Okay, I am just realizing, like right now, that I made this entire video looking at myself and not the camera. So when you see my eyes down here, that's. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will do better next time. This is Numi. Everyone say hi to Numi. She may pop back in. It depends. Okay. I'm trying real hard to set the cozy ambiance here. You know, you got the holiday tree, you got the nice wall. I'm wearing a nice, kind of decoratively cohesive sweater. Ooh, this is Lila. If you're coming over from my Instagram, hi. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Kylene. I am thatonecozygamer on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and now YouTube. I'm not posting on Twitch. I'm really nervous about it, but I have the account, so I can be convinced. If you are not already, I recommend getting into some nice comfy clothes. I am wearing this oversized flower sweatshirt that I got at a Goodwill like years ago. And my favorite leaf earrings. I had a matcha. It has since been finished, but I had it, and that's what matters. I've been playing video games since I was this big. I've played probably almost every console. I love them so much. I game now just kind of as a way to get away from other things. I work from home, so aside from working, I just kind of play. So not a lot of worldly exploration happening right now, but that's okay. I'm still vibing. So right now I primarily play on the Switch and my computer. Sometimes I'll play on the PlayStation for very specific games. I'm trying to get back into console gaming, but for now, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. Not a problem, but I'm trying to transition back into actually using my consoles. Behind you, you can't see it, but behind you is probably about 8 consoles on my TV stand. But what are you gonna do about it? If you are here and you feel like staying, I would really appreciate it. I'm hoping to make all kinds of content, whether it be me playing a game, me talking about games, whatever it is. I just kind of want to share it with people, and I would love to be friends. So if you're here and you feel like staying, we can be friends now. So, hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for sticking around. Let's be besties. So this video will be me kind of going through my gaming library, what I play, what I recommend. I'll probably sort it through single player and multiplayer. I don't know if I'll do it by genre because I don't actually know what a lot of these games are classified as, so I don't want to put something in the wrong place, but that's alright. I will probably use the sectioning on YouTube, so you'll be able to go on the scrub bar and see, what section is what, and we'll go from there. I'll probably start with the multiplayer games just because of all of the games I've played, there are less multiplayer games, so I will give the first few minutes to those. Number 1 is Tools Up. I just recently got this game. It was on sale for Black Friday. Me and my partner play a lot of multiplayer games together, and this one seemed kind of fun. It's very similar to Overcooked, which I will get to in a minute. Basically, you are a team of renovators, so it's a somewhat top-down multiplayer game where you're going in and you're putting up wallpaper, you're fixing the floors, trying not to get in each other's way while doing it, and it's timed. So you're kind of scrambling to do everything and knocking over paint cans and having to clean up spills, things like that. It's super fun. I think it's a really good time. Number 2, on the same vein, is Overcooked. My partner cannot stand this game. He will very, very rarely play it with me, and I kind of understand. It's very, very stressful, so although I'm like, oh my god, play these cozy games, this is not a cozy game. I will keep it so for real right now. I am gonna keep it 100. This is not a cozy game. This game is very visually cute. You're playing as these cute little characters. They're adorable. But when I say this game will get your blood pumping, this game will get your blood pumping. You are a team of chefs, And usually on the level, you're split up in some way, so maybe one of you is able to access the stoves and the sink, and the other one accesses the ingredients and the window. Some of the levels move, you're trying to transition or switch items back and forth between the two of you while the orders are piling up on the top of the screen and they're running out, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? I think you can play up to 4 people. This is such a fun game, but it's so hard to get people to play it because it is so frustrating. That's alright though. Sometimes frustrating is fun. Number 3 would be Human Fall Flat. This one is like a physics-based ragdoll type game, I would call it. So you get to like dress up your little character, but there's no story. You're just trying to get through different levels, different obstacle course type levels, while your character's kind of flopping around a lot. This one's really fun to play. You get through it kind of fast once you get a hold of the mechanics, so it's not like this game it'll take forever to play through, but it's still really fun. It's definitely something that's easy. Just sit on the couch, be like, hey, you want to play this one? Sure. And you just get to sit and suddenly spend 2 hours. You know, really good. Unravel. So me and my partner play Unravel 2, and it's a very sweet game. You are playing as 2 little yarn characters, and you are connected by a thread, so you can't leave each other behind. There is no leaving you behind because you are literally tethered to each other the entire game. Basically, you are going through the story of different characters. You kind of see glimpses of their stories as the game goes on. I think it's on a lot of different platforms. Right now we're playing it on the Switch, but I have seen it played on the PlayStation. I believe it's on PC, but I'm not sure. I assume it's on Xbox, but I'm not 100% certain. This one is so funny. Okay, so Gang Beasts. Now, I have seen this game be played for a really, really long time. I would see YouTubers play it when I was a kid, and I was like, oh yeah, that looks fun, just like a fighting game, whatever. But my younger brother got it on his Switch, and when I tell you, we played this game for hours, and we are screaming and crying and laughing the whole time. Pick this game up if you can. Basically, you are playing, it's a ragdoll simulator again, so you kind of have like the physics of the game are fighting against you every time you try to play. It is a fighting game, so you get to pick a color and customize it, and there are so many cute little costumes. My favorite is the little bear, and you are just trying to throw each other off of the ledges and into different pits and all sorts of, like, so you are screaming at each other and laughing as you're just picking people up, and it's amazing. It is so funny. I think you can play this one with up to 4 people locally. You might be able to play with more online, but I'm not 100% certain. Either way, this game is absolutely hysterical. Golf with your friends is also another big one that I play all the time. I play it online with my friends who live in different states. This one is just, it's straightforward, you know, it's golf. There are all sorts of different courses that you can play on with different obstacles and different things that you have to do. There are all sorts of modes, like a hockey mode or a basketball mode, and I think it's really fun. It's just super straightforward. I mean, it's golf. A really popular one that I play right now, literally all the time, is Phasmophobia. You and your friends are going into different haunted locations with all sorts of equipment and using your actual voice, which that novelty literally never wears off. That's so cool to me. Using your actual voice, you are able to locate the ghost using, you know, EMF reader, a thermometer, or whatever. Of course, it's a little scary at times because you go into these really big locations and you're like, I have no idea where I'm going or what to do. But it just feels really cool. Like, the ambiance is awesome. The equipment that you get to use is so cool. You collect money from different jobs, and that's how you get more equipment. I believe that the game right now is still in early access, but I've heard that they are supposed to be releasing the full game early next year. So if you haven't played it already and you want to, I recommend getting it now, because I know that when games get released out of early access, sometimes their price increases. So if the price that it is now sounds better to you, then I recommend getting it now. These 2 games I think I'll highlight at the same time. Raft and the Forest. Raft, you're literally just on a raft. You are just stuck on this little plank of wood. Over time, you're able to collect materials to kind of build up the raft. I don't remember how many people you can play this game with online. I believe it's 4. The most I've seen online is 3, but I'm pretty sure if it's 3, it's gonna be 4. This game is great to play online with your friends. It takes a while to build up the raft, so you know you'll have more than one session to come back and do things. There is a story that you can find along the way on the different islands as you discover more characters and notes left behind and figure out what happened. The Force is very similar in that it's a survival game. So basically you are flying and your plane crashes. And in this plane crash you lose your son. He's taken by who knows who. And so you have to learn how to survive in the wilderness and collect materials, build a base, and get around these caves and all sorts of secret locations while also battling people that are already there. Now, of course, there are the classic multiplayer games like, Mario Kart and Smash and all those things, but I really just kind of wanted to highlight the smaller games just because I feel like they don't get as much of the spotlight as opposed to the other ones. So now I think I'll move on to the single player games. I am primarily a solo gamer. I play a lot of multiplayer games with my friends online, but for the most part, I play a lot of things by myself in bed, on the couch, whatever. Number one game, just gonna get out of the way, The Sims 4. I feel like a lot of people have seen The Sims, played The Sims, whatever. The Sims 4 is now free to play on the EA app and Steam. You can play it on console, but it's not free for console, I don't believe. It's a simulation game. I mean, if you've heard of any of the other Sims games, it is exactly the same as the rest of them. Of course, I'm a little biased towards some of the earlier Sims 2, but that's okay. Number 2 would be Coffee Talk. I've talked about this game on my Instagram. Basically, you're a barista in a fantasy version of Seattle, and you have these different people coming in to order from you and tell you their life stories, and they are all some sort of supernatural creature. This is such a simple game. Literally, they'll just come in, they plop down, and they go, here's what's happening in my life. Can I have coffee? And I'm like, me too. It is just chef kiss. It's so good. Spiritfarer is probably my favorite game of all time. No. Actually, my number 2. I can't do Stardew Valley like that. But anyway, Spiritfarer is a game where you are the transporter of the dead. So basically you're replacing Charon. You see him in the beginning kind of fade away and say, like, you're the next Spiritfarer. You collect spirits who have passed on and need to do a couple quests before they're ready to actually go through the Everdoor, which is the gate to the afterlife. I may or may not have shed more than one tear. If you've played Spiritfarer, I would love to know what character got you the most, because for me, it is my little hedgehog friend, but top tier, 10 out of 10. Can't recommend it more. Hollow Knight. Honestly, that's almost all I have to say. Hollow Knight is an action platformer game where you are playing as this little insect with no name as you explore Hallownest, a fallen kingdom that fell to a supernatural disease. I think this game is fantastic. It is my partner's favorite game. I love watching him play it. I have it myself now on my computer and on my Switch. It stresses me out to play. I'm not gonna lie. Not the coziest game. Not the most peaceful thing. Definitely stresses you out, but it's so worth it. Give this game a try. Just give it a try and let me know what you think. Lila, do you like the game? I'm sorry. That's really on the nose for this next game. I was not planning that. The next game is 2 Point Hospital. It's a management sim where you're running a hospital to cure all these wacky diseases. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but I know that there's one where the people come in and they literally have a light bulb for a head and you have to unscrew it. I love to just kind of zoom in and watch them all do their little things. I think this company's made another one called 2 Point Campus, and that is next on my list because it's the same concept except you're running a university, and that just sounds like a really good time. Overboard is a murder mystery, except you are the murderer. It's a really fun twist on the original whodunit formula, where you have thrown your husband overboard and you're trying really hard to get away with it. Very fun game. Definitely something you can just sit on the couch and just replay over and over and over again and not get tired of it. Cultist Simulator is a weird one, but a good one. Basically, Cultist Simulator is a deck building game, but not in the way you think. So you are collecting these different cards, and these cards have attributes, whether it be health or money or working, and you are basically trying to become a cult leader. I have never figured out how to win in this game. If you've played this game, or if you want to play this game, please let me know if you do it, because I am so confused. Very good game. Very interesting and unique, but I just cannot figure out how to win. Last, I think I'll go with Luigi's Mansion 3, which is the third Luigi's Mansion game in the series. Same story as the other ones. You're on a trip with all of the other characters, Toad and Peach and Mario, and they are taken away, and you are in this mansion trying to figure out how to get them back. You have to go through the entire mansion or hotel in this game, floor by floor by floor, until you get to the top and you can save all of your friends. And that's it. If any of these games have spoken to you, I bestow upon you the coziness or the stress, depending on what game you play. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you try any of these games or you already have tried them, I would love to know what you think of them. And if you have any game recommendations, please feel free to let me know. I am always in need of games. I have such a problem where I'll start a game, I'll play it, I'll love it, and then a new one comes along, and I'm like, that one, and then I'll switch. But I would still love to have a running list of things to do next. I have a couple already on there, 2 Point Campus included, but of course, if there's anything else at all, just let me know. I am open to suggestion, whether you want to see me play a game, whether you want to see me talk about certain games. I'm kind of all for everything. And then if you want to follow me elsewhere, I am on TikTok at thatonecozygamer and Instagram at thatonecozygamer. Very easy to find me. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!